You walk in the game, just listen. She's a beautiful young lady.
Angel Reese has sparked a firestorm of conversation once again.
But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being a...
It's not about her basketball skills. The WNBA star posted a New Year's Eve photo that has left fans and critics alike buzzing. The image, bold and revealing, quickly became a topic of intense discussion, and none other than Stephen A. Smith has chimed in with some fiery commentary. Smith didn't hold back, saying, "When you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work." His words reflect the harsh reality that comes with living in the public eye, especially when it comes to social media. Reese, known for her confidence and charisma, might have crossed a line that's proving to be costly for her brand. But this isn't just about a dress or a viral post. It's about the delicate balance young athletes must strike between self-expression and public perception. In today's world, athletes are not just judged for their performance on the court. They're scrutinized for everything they put out into the world, especially on social media. The drama surrounding Reese's New Year's Eve post has reignited the conversation about the pressures young athletes face in today's digital age. The public's reaction is divided. Some defend her right to express herself, while others question if it was worth the backlash. Stephen A. Smith's critique sheds light on a bigger issue: the constant scrutiny athletes face today and the consequences of actions that may seem empowering in the moment, but later take on a different light in the public eye. His comment highlights the fine line between making a statement and creating controversy. For Reese, it raises the question, can she continue to thrive as an athlete when her brand is so closely tied to moments like these? It's a tale of two stars, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, each navigating their journey in different ways.
Daddy will drop the mic, hop in the car, on the plane, or wherever. That ain't gonna happen. You said, I'm not having it. That's
basketball, steadily building a reputation of excellence both on and off the court, while Reese seems to be constantly caught between her role as an athlete and the demands of being a social media personality.
This issue because she deleted her Instagram.
Stakes are high for both players. For Reese, this moment could be a turning point. She has incredible talent, but she must decide how she wants to navigate her fame moving forward. Will she let her skills speak for themselves, or will the distractions of fame continue to cloud her narrative? The comparison between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, two of basketball's brightest stars, has been a subject of much discussion both on...
Well, here's the part that I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the backlash.
Controversial moments. Clark is steadily building a reputation as a game-changing athlete with a polished, squeaky clean image. Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back in his assessment, calling out the stark difference in their approaches. Clark, he says, has handled her brand with near perfection, while Reese often leaves people scratching their heads with her actions. The fallout from Reese's recent controversy was swift. After posting an image of herself in a revealing dress, the backlash was immediate. Reese's Instagram account disappeared almost as quickly as her post went viral, leaving...
Number two, she was seen during various interviews and what have you, talking about threats, talking about insults, crying about how people were coming at her with such venom and hostility, particularly in her last year at LSU, before she ultimately graduated to the pros. She brought up all of these things, which means she was aware of it. And if you're aware of it, you have to understand that that's going to be part of the judgment that comes against you, fear.
The appearance of her account raised the question, was this a retreat or a calculated move to reset her public image? Stephen A. Smith offered clear advice. If you can't take the heat, maybe you need to think twice about what you're putting out there. Social media isn't just a platform for...
Yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists, and she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating.
Never turns off, and the pressure can be overwhelming. So, what's next for Angel Reese? She has undeniable talent, but the question remains, can she continue to shine on the court when her off-court decisions are...
I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it.
As Smith points out, athletes in today's world must be prepared for the consequences that come with fame. If you want to wear the crown, you've got to own everything that comes with it, he says. The ball is now in Reese's court. She has the choice to rise above the noise, refocus on basketball, and let her talent speak for itself.
What's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right there.
Her legacy. Reese is at a crossroads, and this is where her choices matter most. The pressure of being a public figure, particularly at the age of 22, is no small feat. Her career trajectory is now intertwined with her ability to navigate the spotlight.
Angel Reese, in doing the things that she has done, let's face reality, she's going to be attached to Caitlin Clark to some degree. If Angel Reese had never waved her hand in her face when LSU was beating Iowa for in the Final Four of the national championship, if that hadn't happened, Angel Reese's name might not be as...
You have to be mindful of what you're putting out there, because what's online stays online. Earlier this year, Reese made waves for deleting her Instagram account, a move that felt like more than just a personal decision. It seemed like a reaction to the pressure and backlash she was facing. The controversy began with a social media post that many felt was overly provocative. The dress Reese wore sparked
that no matter how you step out of your house, you are now Angel Reese. And you will always be picked apart, unfortunately. It comes with the crown. You're a queen. You're beautiful, So you just have to remember that if you aren't ready for the scrutiny, if you're not ready for the heat, then, you just got to be mindful that what comes with it.
Debate, dividing fans. Some defended her right to self-expression, while others questioned whether the negative attention was worth it. As Smith succinctly put it, if it's something you can't handle, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Reese's story raises critical questions about the modern intersection of fame, social media, and branding. In today's world, it's not just about the game you play, it's about how you manage the image you create off the court. The pressure is real, and it's constant. With so many eyes on her, Reese now finds herself at a crossroads. Does she focus on her basketball legacy, or will her off-court decisions continue to grab the headlines? While Caitlin Clark's brand is built on excellence and professionalism, Reese's path shows the complexities that come with the fame and scrutiny of being a young athlete in the digital age. Both players have incredible potential.
And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the league MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredibly impressive.
Reese, on the other hand, seems to be caught at the crossroads of sports and social media. While her talent is undeniable, her off-court actions are often wrapped in controversy. Many young athletes today seem to think that the more they share about themselves, the more they'll be liked, that it will help them connect with people outside the court. But as we've seen with Reese, oversharing can backfire. Stephen A. Smith is right. While we should show grace toward Reese, acknowledging that she's only 22 and still learning, we also need to understand that today's youth, especially young athletes, need to realize that not everything should be shared. Sometimes, it's better to keep certain aspects of your life private. There's a balance that can be hard to strike. Reese's story is a cautionary tale for the next generation. Social media is a powerful tool, but it's
not going to do that. We want you to be you. We love seeing the great parts of your journey, but we also have to remember she's 22 years old.
Double-edged sword. Sharing too much or sharing the wrong thing can damage your image and your career. As Stephen A. Smith points out, if you're aware of the backlash, you need to be mindful of the image you're creating. Fame demands self-awareness and a level of maturity that can be difficult to navigate, especially at just 22 years old. So, what's next for Angel Reese? She's at a pivotal point in her career. With the talent to be a generational player, Reese has the potential to reach the heights of greatness. But as Stephen A. also noted, talent
else, we understand that everybody's got their own taste, their own flavor, and certainly their own rights. But there are other people that's going to exercise their rights to be ultra critical about it. And then I'm not even talking about the outfit that Angel Reese has worn. I'm talking about the overall pressure of having to be compared as a brand to somebody who's conducting their branding with near perfection. That's what I'm saying. She's going to have to deal with that, Tori, whether she likes it or
success. She needs to refocus, not only on her game, but also on how she presents herself in the public eye. After all, it's not just about playing well. It's about maintaining a brand that resonates positively with fans and sponsors alike. Caitlin Clark has already demonstrated that discipline, focus, and a clear brand can lead to long-term success. The question now is, will Angel Reese be able to find that same balance? Caitlin Clark has shown
issue. Many of them believe that the more I share about myself, the more liked I'm going to be. People are going to know me off the basketball court. We want to know you off the basketball court. Steven, I agree with a lot of the stuff you're talking about, but I just wanted to make sure we're still showing her grace and where she's at in her life and understanding that, look, she is 22 years old still, you know. I'm not saying, but that doesn't get to the other point, that another take that I have on this, where the youth needs to understand that it's not all about sharing everything. It's about actually keeping a lot of this stuff intimate and private.
To build a legacy that speaks for itself. For Angel Reese, the question is simple. Will she rise above the noise and let her skills shine, or will distractions continue to hold her back? As Stephen A. Smith put it, you're young, smart, and capable, but if you want to wear the crown, you've got to own everything that comes with it. It's a question worth pondering. Should young athletes prioritize their public image more carefully? Or is it all part of the journey? Smith has often said, the bosses are always watching, whether directly or indirectly, there are always eyes on you.
I want Adidas. I don't want Nike turning her down because they don't see her as someone that's marketable. Because
neither do I.
You know, and that's the pain that I had.
What you post online matters. Brands are paying close attention, trying to gauge your intentions based on what you share. Fame may be thrilling, but it also comes with a heavy responsibility. Angel Reese's story has been front and center, not just for her talent on the court, but for the drama surrounding her off the court. With $1.8 million in endorsements from major brands like Reebok and Beats by Dre, Reese was on track to dominate the sports world. But now, the attention is no longer just about her basketball skills. It's about her social media presence. And that presence is raising some uncomfortable questions she may not yet be ready to answer. In today's world, the line between athlete and influencer is razor thin. Stephen A. Smith posed a critical question.